Hi, everybody, and welcome into the Cougar Sports Network as we get ready for men's soccer action here today. LA Pierce College and College of the Canyons from the Cougar soccer facility. Sorry for a little bit of a late start. We are waiting on the officials. Actually had some traffic issues, so they have just arrived. So we are about ready to get underway, COC and LA Pierce, in Western State Conference South action here today. I'm Matt Robinson, happy to have you along with us as always here on the Cougar Sports Network. We really thank you for joining us as getting down to the end of the men's soccer season for College of the Canyons. It's been a rough one so far in the Western State Conference South. Is 0-2-1 on the record. They've lost their last two. They've only scored one goal in their last 4 games, so they've not won in 4 matches, and like we said, it's just been kind of a rough go. Their last goal came actually late in the game on Tuesday. Elijah Tejeda scored in extra time. Only 4 points in those last 8 matches, and only 2 goals in that stretch during those last 8 matches, or 3 goals in that stretch. Had 2 goals in that stretch, and one of them was against Allen Hancock College. On the other side for LA Pierce, 3-7-2 on the year. They are 1-1 in conference play. They won their last time out against Glendale 4-3. They snapped a 7-match winless drought in that one, trying to get their second win. Right now sitting at 3rd in the Western State Conference South Division. So trying to continue their little run and pick up another win here today. As we are underway here, COC in their blue uniforms moving to our left in the first half. LA Pierce in white with black numbers moving to our right. As College of the Canyons will control. Carrillo with the ball for COC. Will slip it over to RJ Herring. He'll drive it ahead. It bounces off the turf and picked up by LA Pierce. It's taken by Marcos Castro. He'll play it ahead, and the Cougars will take back over. Here's Randy Figueroa with the ball. He lost it, taken away by Pierce. As Pedro Perez Jr. plays it ahead, the Brahmas try to go to work on the attack. Gilberto Chavez has it. He tries to slip it through the middle. It bounces off of Herring into the box. A chance on goal and a save by Soria on a good look from Leo Cardenas. And then the ball's still loose and they pop it home. As LA Pierce able to find it on a loose ball, Isaac Gonzalez. In the first minute, LA Pierce has a 1-0 lead. Soria is down. He got crashed into. It was kind of a mad scramble. And the Brahmas score first. So the first minute, Gonzalez has his 2nd of the year. It was kind of just a scramble. Pierce had a good crossing play through the middle by Chavez that opened it up. They're able to take a 1-0 lead. The good news for COC, still 88 minutes left in the match, so plenty of time for the Cougars to try and regather their composure and go to work, but a tough start as they're in a 1-0 hole. Carrillo with the ball over to Herring on the near side, pressured by Cardenas. Cardenas still right with him on the near side touchline, pokes it out, it'll be a Canyons throw-in. Phil Marcelin, the head coach for COC. Lucas Bonagara, Craig Jaffe, and Brian Morales are the assistants for College of the Canyons. For LA Pierce, Julio Castro is the head coach of the Brahmas. Pierce, a team this year that has been outside the top 25 in most categories this year. Their shots on goal percentage is pretty good. They do convert quite a bit when they get the ball on net. 33 shots on goal. They've scored 20 of those. Now 21 with 35. So it's been a pretty good number as a chance on goal and a good save by Matthew Seja with the save. Seja now with the ball will play it back. Pierce trying to play back in their own back line right now with control. Mario Frias Jr. now will run it up the far side as the Brahmas with a 1-0 lead. On a goal in the first minute by Gonzalez, his second of the year. There's a foul on Canyons and a whistle against COC, so the Brahmas will get a free kick here. Talking about LA Pierce on the attack this year, as we said, just 20 goals for, that's 61st in the state. Canyons has not been much better. They have struggled to find the net this year. 18 goals for is 65th in the state, but they produced 151 shots coming into the match today, which is 10th best, 96 of those on goal. So it's just been a struggle to find the back of the net for College of the Canyons this season. It's just kind of been one of those things. They've had opportunities. They've pressured really well. We've seen a lot of attacks from COC, more so than we've seen in the past few seasons. Just have not been able to find the mark in terms of scoring goals this year. It's been kind of a bit of a struggle in that regard. And they have done a great job generating corners as well. 52 corners into the match this year. 9th best in California, but again, just finding the net has been a struggle. De La O was not able to find that ball as it bounced up over his head. Carrillo trying to pressure to it. Gonzalez, the goal scorer, was right on top of him. Here's Landeros, the captain for COC. He's pressured off the ball, able to get it back, slips it into the middle of the field. Figueroa, or actually that was Flores, plays it back to De La O, switches it to the far side of the field to Elijah Tejeda. He's able to keep it on the touchline. Tejeda last game had the goal late in the game for COC to make it a 2-1 result, but it came in the final moments of the match, and it was just too little too late. Here's RJ Herring with the ball. Gage Fritz plays it ahead, defended away. Good defense that time by Cardenas. Taken away by Herring again. Long run from Herring. Tried to slip it through the middle. Defended down by Sakai. And picked up by Canyons. Herring onto the far side. Tries to switch the field again. Was too short as Adrian Martinez cut it off. Canyons will take it back in their own end. Fritz will play it ahead. Tejeda knocks it down. Running through the middle of the field. Still has room. Chips onto the outside. Was trying to spring Flores, but could not. And it'll be picked up by Seja and taken by LA Pierce. Seja now with the ball. De La O pressuring him. He has to just drive it away. Martinez flicks it forward. Perez Jr. able to play it ahead. Gonzalez couldn't handle it. Carrillo was right on him. Cutting across to help out is Alejandro Chavez, and the Cougars will retake control with Reyes Silva. In the middle to Gage Fritz. He's been the pivot all year on the back line for COC.
The Cena one was just so good because it was mid-sentence, dude. Mid-sentence, and you turned around.
That's coming. I think that's afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I think Hart plays John Cena. This is Saga's
Yeah,
day.
you're right. But this might be this one. I don't know. Is it Hart to play Cena? I know Hart plays the heavy,
Pierce just controlling in their back line in the box. Seja playing catch along with the outside defender in Flores. Pierce able to work ahead patiently. Figueroa trying to chase down Chavez, could not cleanly. Chavez was able to get it, but then he's cut off. Tejeda cut him off, and he'll slip it into the middle to Landeros. Couldn't handle on first touch. Pierce takes back over. Mazariegos with it. Gets it right back off a one-touch, but cutting it off that time for Canyons was the back line. And now De La O trying to work ahead. De La O spinning. Away from Perez, slipped it back to Fritz. Fritz to Jacob Reyes Silva. Canyons with 3 captains out on the field today in Reyes Silva, Chavez, and Landeros. This ball bounces away. Fritz able to pick it up, but his pass hit Carrillo, and then Carrillo shoulders Gonzalez from behind, and it'll be a set piece here for L.A. Pierce from, we'll say, about 35 yards out. Pedro Perez Jr., one of the men standing near it. Looks like Chavez there as well. Chavez, of course, the man that set up the first goal off a cross into the box. That created the scramble. Everybody trying to organize near the top of the 18. Chavez will run over it. Perez drives it low, defended away. Pierce going to keep it in play. Could have let it roll out for a corner. Instead, they want to play with it. Possession right now. So here's Chavez. They'll play back to the back line. Quintanilla over to Sakai, and now onto the near side to Flores, who drives it back into the box. Soria out to gather. Foul on Pierce here, so Canyons will get a chance to play this one away. Chavez will drive it in. Played away by Pierce. Landeros trying to pop it back to the middle. Flores tried to one-touch off his chest and got blocked. Fritz with a hard contact against Isaac Gonzalez forces it out of play. It'll be a throw-in for L.A. Pierce here.
Look at him. Not only does he know what he's doing stats-wise, he's retrieving balls. Higher.
You know you're gonna get a shout out on the live stream now. Come on. He was at the table like this yesterday. Showing his skill.
So here's Pierce back to work offensively. Martinez trying to pressure. Got it to Mazariegos, who spins in the middle. Nazarian now with it for L.A. Pierce. Will slide it back to the back line. Sakai will play to the far side of the field as Pierce just controlling with a 1-0 lead. Flores plays it off of Nicholas Flores for COC. And it'll be a throw-in for L.A. Pierce, and we'll see a substitution for the Brahmas. Robin Franco checking in. And Adrian Martinez coming off the field. Landeros got taken down. Ball still loose. We play on. Nazarian knocked away by Carrillo. Figueroa to Fritz. Back to Alejandro Chavez for College of the Canyons. On the other side to Jacob Reyes Silva. Back in the middle to Figueroa. They'll play catch onto the near side. RJ Herring slips one man. Spins back. Fritz once again. Back to Chavez. Chavez trying to spring a man down the far side. Reyes Silva on a long run, but it's going to roll into Sija, who will knock it down and pick it up. So foul on Pierce, essentially a corner, but it's a free kick for COC from near the corner spot on the near side of the field. They'll ship towards the box. A flick that just goes wide, and it'll be a goal kick here for LA Pierce College. Canyons will get a throw in here. Flores forced it. So a deep throw for COC. Right into the box, defended away. Flores will ship back to his own goal. Sija drives it out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Canyons off the far side in front of the Pierce bench. They'll go quick with it. Figueroa. Slips near side to RJ Herring. They'll just calmly stop it and get it back to Carrillo. Up to Landeros. Landeros forced further back, but able to get it to Fritz. Canyon switched the field a little bit. Fritz will ship middle. De La O to the outside, but it's got too much pace on it. It'll go out. Substitution here for LA Pierce College. Ian Rodriguez coming in. Looks like Miguel Flores walking off. Here's Gilberto Chavez.
On the field for the Bombers, number 13, Ian Rodriguez.
Robin Franco had it, got it back to Chavez. He'll play it to the near side. Touchdown by Cardenas, but had too much on the touch, so Landeros takes it away. In the middle to De La O. Cuts it through the center circle to the far side of the field. Tejeda trying to run onto it, couldn't handle it. Galange will be mad at himself on that one. So 1-0 LA Pierce, their goal in the first minute. Isaac Gonzalez with the goal. Pierce now with a free kick from just outside the center circle on the far side of the field. This one played onto the near side. Rodriguez fresh into the game, into the box, a header towards, but gathered up by Soria. Robin Franco cutting through the middle of the field, had a chance on it and couldn't do much with it. Soria rolls it down to the turf and drives it onto the other side of the field. Knocked down by Nazarian, played by Landeros. Landeros, a strike with the left foot, misses wide on the far side. But a decent look for Canyons. As one of the captains, Landeros, trying to find what would have been his third of the year and get us back to even. Sija will go short off the goal kick. Pierce content to play back in their own box.
do.
I do. I am gonna get a new laptop. Big John's laptop.
Ball played into the box. Reyes Silva was trying to leap up for it, kind of got undercut. Now Fritz uses his body to defend off Perez. Canyons will ship it into the box. De La O a header on, but Seja right there. De La O was upset, thought he got a foul drawn, but did not. But another good look for COC. Pierce will play the advantage here. There should have been a foul on Canyons, but they'll continue on. Chavez was the one that dropped, but Chavez now with it again. Will take a strike with the right foot, but misses wide on the far side. Pierce able to take it away off the goal kick. They try and set up a combination to the middle, but Carrillo able to cut it off. Figueroa got it back to Alejandro Chavez, pushes it high in the air. De La O plays it ahead. Flores onto it. He's trying to get around Nazarian. Trying to chase onto it into the corner, but could not cleanly. Flag for L.A. Pierce on a throw-in. Azael Jovel into the game to take over for Randy Figueroa. Canyons looking for a little bit of fresh legs here in the 23rd minute. Foul on Canyons. De La O called for it. Right outside the top of the 18 of L.A. Pierce. It created a turnover, so Pierce will get a free kick. Sakai going to come over to take it. Pierce content to play short with it. Again, Pierce has controlled the possession, especially back on their own back line, sitting with this 1-0 lead. Good step up by Herring to get a takeaway, but Jovel couldn't handle the one-touch pass from Landeros. Kicked back to the back line by Canyons. Tejeda fell down, then he's going to tackle Chavez. Another foul on Canyons here. So another free kick for LA Pierce from about 35. This one dead straight away this time. Last one from this area didn't result in anything dangerous. Chavez, I think, going to take this one. Drives it on. Soria able to stop it and keep it right in front of him and collect it. Good save by Soria that time. Landeros' pass behind the intended target of De La O. Nicholas Flores trying to run to it, but Sakai able to play it back. Substitution here for Pierce. Cardenas coming off. Looks like Isaac Gonzalez back in. Canyons back with control, trailing 1-0. Here's Fritz now. Carrillo.
It was for them.
Here's De La O now.
No. It's our same unit that we had.
Free kick here for Canyons.
It was 4 for 8. 4 in, 8 out for Pierce. Yeah, he came off earlier for 8. He just checked back in.
So this one shipped towards the box, and CJ able to pick it up. Good try from Canyons that time. Rodriguez. Pierce again playing control back inside their own area. Canyons gets a takeaway. Jovel trying to get a shot away. Got it blocked as he was trying to put it on. Got knocked down for his trouble as well. Chavez able to get it now. Chavez for Pierce. Plenty of room. Runs into a man in Fritz. Plays it near side. Gonzalez, the goal scorer. He cuts to the middle. Can't get cleanly around Herring. They battle for the loose ball. Picked up by Canyons. Jovel will slip it outside. Tejeda will touch it back. Reyes Silva will drive it ahead. De La O will bump it off his chest and try and chase it down. But Pierce able to cut it back to Seja before anything dangerous. Tejeda now. He and Jovel connect on a combination, but Tejeda couldn't keep control. It comes back towards Carrillo. Correa Herring. Chipped ahead, picked up by Flores, cuts around one. Flores still with the top of the 18, but couldn't get by the second man. As Jesse Cano was able to defend it away. Now Carrillo and Gonzalez bounce into it. It's a flag pointed in the direction of L.A. Pierce, so it'll be a Pierce throw-in. Pierce will send this one in. Ian Rodriguez going to throw it in. They'll go short with a throw in, and it's not a very good one. Herring picked it up, but then he just played it right back out. Another tough throw in that time from Rodriguez. It just rolls out of play, and it'll be a goal kick for Canyons here. Substitutions for COC coming. Tejeda out, Sakaja in. Jovel first touch. Gonzalez second touch. Jovel comes over to cut it off from him. Canyons will control. And it looks like there's a whistle as Landeros uncomfortable here. So that'll bring the athletic training staff out onto the field to check on Landeros, and I think might have a little blood going right now. I think it was just incidental contact. I think he and Gonzalez got tangled a little bit. So I think Landeros going to be forced off the field. And so Tejeda comes back in. It'll be a drop ball as we go back to work. So Canyons goes to work on the attack. Sakaja De La, oh, a right-footed strike. Sija with a stop, and he gathers it ahead. Good strike by De La O with the right foot. So Canyon's a good setup off the drop ball. Here's Herring. Flores. Jovel. Near side to Tejeda. Back to Jovel, middle of the field. Back to Fritz. Fritz to Reyes, good touch. Then Reyes got knocked down. Canyons will play on here. Sakaja couldn't do anything with it, and it's a goal kick here. Reyes uncomfortable on the far side of the field. And Pierce will sub here. Canyons will do the same, I believe. Frank Garcia onto the field for Pierce. Flores off for Canyons, and taking over for him is Franzoa Hernandez. Perez got it ahead. Gonzalez, near side, Rodriguez. Back Gonzalez. Herring gets a takeaway. Trying to counter here. Herring able to knock one down. Flips another one ahead. Seja has to wait for it to roll into the box before he picks it up and does.
Not gonna lie, I panicked on that ball right there.
There's Rodriguez. Trying to take Tejeda 1v1. Tejeda got some help from Herring, but Pierce able to get it towards the box. Canyons trying to get a steal. Fritz able to get a takeaway. Hernandez couldn't handle. Sakaja trying to give chase. Nazarian able to pick it up, and Pierce back on a counter. Middle of the field. Garcia touched it off, and a shot that goes wide from Pedro Perez Jr. Not dangerous, missed well wide. But Pierce has had the better of it here so far today. A goal in the first minute, and that's all they've needed so far, a 1-0 lead. Alejandro Chavez now. Jacob Reyes Silva on the far side. Sakaja now with a run. Overran it, lost the ball. Taken away by Chavez for Pierce. Gilberto Chavez still with it. Long run, got bumped by Fritz. Trying to get away from Herring, will slide back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez wants to set it into the box. Defended away by Carrillo, picked up by Sakaja. Pressure on from behind, needs to do something with it and does, but it's behind De La O. So it's taken by Rodriguez, and De La O just pokes it out of play. Rodriguez brings it back in quick. It's flicked towards the box, cut off by Alejandro Chavez. Played to RJ Herring. Driven back up to De La O. Bumped it towards Jovel, who lost it on two-man pressure from Pierce, but was able to get it back. Herring this time will clear it further down the field. Hernandez trying to chase onto it. He's able to get around his man in Sakai. Hernandez shoots towards the far side, and he just missed it wide. Tried a little flick with the outside heel. As he's able to run around his man, Sakai fell down, and you can see just inches wide of the goal. Pierce back on attack now after that chance from Canyons, a shot on goal. And Soria makes the stop. It was Perez with the chance, and then Soria drives this one out of play on the near side.
Alex, let it go, Alex. Hey, that away, Alex. Alex!
Frankie!
Rodriguez threw it back in. Herring able to take over. Pierce now with an opportunity. Lazo, middle, gets it back from Mazariegos. Slips it off Perez Jr. Good combination, a shot that's blocked, a ball that bounced back off of a Pierce player and cleared away by Canyons. De La O trying to get to it. He got knocked down, but they say clean play, we continue on. Mazariegos had been calling for it. Lazo instead will lay it off. Rodriguez. Now to Mazariegos. He'll take a shot that's partially blocked by Herring and skips in on Soria, who has to catch it and hold on in the 42nd minute in a 1-0 game. Reyes Silva. Middle of the field. Jovel flicks ahead. De La O able to pop it forward. Hernandez couldn't do anything with it that time. This front line from Canyons with De La O and Hernandez has plenty of speed. See if they can try and create something together. So far, they haven't really had the opportunity other than the Fernandez chance, which was really created off his speed and hustle to get to a fresh ball. There's De La O, gets a takeaway partially. Mazariegos over to help out defensively. Pierce will play it back to Nazarian. Rodriguez on the near side calling for it. Now he's going to press ahead as Pierce able to work it ahead with Perez Jr. His pass was behind the intended target of Gonzalez. That's a goal kick here for Canyons. Sakaja couldn't get there on first touch. Here's Gilberto Chavez. Middle of the field. Pierce trying to press ahead with some speed. Gonzalez now the goal scorer will work it back to Rodriguez on the near side. Rodriguez slips it in the middle. Mazariegos. Another throw in here for Pierce. Mazariegos, a shot that goes into the stomach of Soria, and he'll force everyone ahead before throwing it onto the near side to Tejeda. Fritz had Herring calling for it on a run on the near side. Herring picks it up. Herring back into the middle, was looking for Hernandez. Taken away by Pierce, cleared, picked up by Fritz, played to Jovel, now over to Tejeda. Wanted to go back to Herring, but Rodriguez cut it off. Pierce back the other way. Lazo with a chip. Gonzalez and Rodriguez over, or excuse me, Carrillo overrun. And then a foul called against Jovel. Lazo uncomfortable, went down hard on his shoulder. So set here for Pierce in the final moments of the first half. Rodriguez looks like he's going to take this one. Pierce trying to get organized at the top of the 18. It's driven low, bounces through a few bodies onto the far side of the field. Played by Cano. They work back. Chavez couldn't do much with it as Canyon's able to get a takeaway. Frenzo Hernandez forces a throw in for Canyons. They want to go fast with it here. Gets it in the middle of the field to Jovel. Now to De La O, flicked onto the outside. Hernandez chasing onto it on the far touchline. Hernandez tries to cross, blocked down. And it'll just be another throw here for Canyons. Throw in right into the box. Knocked away. Cleared by Pierce. Back the other direction. It's Gonzalez trying to sprint ahead. Carrillo right with him. Carrillo protects the ball. Got it to Alejandro Chavez. He'll play it near side RJ Herring. Herring bumped off the ball by Lazo. Lazo and Herring still battling for the ball. Lazo able to come out with it, top of the 18. Cutting across was Alejandro Chavez, knocking it away. And it'll be a throw in for Pierce deep in the Canyons end. Pierce tries to set something up. Sorry, you got to knock it down, and that'll end the first half. So L.A. Pierce gets a goal in the first minute, and that is it. We will go to second half action when we come back here on the Cougar Sports Network. 1-0 L.A. Pierce.
College of the Canyons is always ready when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougars athletics programs offer a great college experience. Take control of your athletic future at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, dip, hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip. I could eat. Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
At College of the Canyons, we're always here to help make your future remarkable. Choosing classes is always flexible, so you can study your way. Learn at one of our 2 state-of-the-art campuses, or from home with our online options. Tuition is always affordable, with classes starting at just $46 per unit. We offer financial aid and 0 textbook cost classes to help you save. Always flexible, affordable, remarkable. Always College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule now.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
At Jersey Mike's, they freshly slice your sub right in front of you, which takes some training.
Rising up, bread's on the sheet. Did my time, took out my toppings. Went the distance, now my prep is complete. Just a limb and its will to thrive. It's the arm of the slicer, it's the thrill of the slice. Freshly sliced before your eyes, unlike our rivals. And then every last arriver gets a sub that excites. And it's all thanks to the well-trained arm of the slicer.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
College of the Canyons is always ready when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougars athletics programs offer a great college experience. Take control of your athletic future at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big two. Hand down. One hand. Up. Up. Flip. I could eat. Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
Say this, Phil came up before the game and said his parents watch every game and they said we're doing okay. It's like, well, that's good. Somebody's watching. That's all I care about. As long as we're not broadcasting to zero, I don't care.
All right, back to work. Hi, everybody, and welcome back into the Cougar Sports Network. Second half action here between College of the Canyons and L.A. Pierce College. We've switched ends, so we'll go back to work with L.A. Pierce holding a 1-0 lead. Here's Gilberto Chavez trying to spin off a couple of bodies. He and Jacob Reyes Silva went shoulder to shoulder pretty hard there, and then Sakaja bumps it out of play, so it'll be a throw-in for L.A. Pierce. Pierce got their only goal, and the only goal of the match so far in the first minute from Isaac Gonzalez. And that is all they have needed so far. Canyons has had a couple of opportunities, one dangerous one from Franzoa Hernandez, but nothing really else doing for COC on the attack today. As Alejandro Chavez will play far side, RJ Herring will pick up for COC. He'll ship it ahead. Knocked down for a moment by Frank Alvarez, but he couldn't handle cleanly. And LA Pierce, as they did pretty much all first half, will play it back to Sija. He'll drive it ahead. Collected by Chavez. Moved on to the goal and picked up by College of the Canyons' Adam Soria, who is the starter today for COC in net. Canyons again cannot control clean. Here's Frank Garcia. He'll ship back onto the foot of Saka. Sakai will play it back. Sija will drive it well in the air onto the near side. It's touched down by Alejandro Chavez. Bumped and missed by Jesse Cano, so a Canyons throw in, and Sakaja wants to bring it back in quick. Onto the foot of Andrew Montez into the game today. Montez missed last time. That one out on the near side touchline. Throw in for L.A. Pierce. Pierce going to make some substitutions here right off the hop. Ian Rodriguez, a couple of minutes in, comes right back out, and Alex Nazarian into the game. Montez for Canyons on a takeaway. Back Sakaja. Plays ahead. Foul going to be called on Pierce for a jersey tug. Sakaja going to drop it down. There's a little tug against Giovanni Escarrega. And now Sakaja going to walk ahead, and I think Jacob Reyes Silva going to be the man to set this one up. Fritz pops it in the middle, defended away. Herring cut in front of a man. Pierce wants to play the advantage. They'll just stop it. And then it's a handball on Pierce, actually, so it'll be Canyons' ball here. And now Canyons with another set-piece opportunity. I think Andrew Montez is going to take this one. No, actually, it's going to be Alejandro Chavez, excuse me. He'll step over for it. Chavez opts to go low at the top of the 18. It was knocked down by Jovel, cleared away by Pierce. Herring in a foot race along with Ramos. Ramos taken down. Set piece for L.A. Pierce coming on a free kick. Pierce goes quick and low. They try and set up a cross that cuts across and goes out of play. There's Canyons now. Fritz trying to slip it behind Nazarian, but couldn't do it cleanly. Canyons able to come away with it now. Areola around the goal line, has it poked out of play, and Canyons not going to get a corner here. It's going to be a goal kick instead for L.A. Pierce. I thought the Cougars were going to generate a corner, but not able to. Pierce went short with that goal kick. Now they're able to get it ahead. Sija very comfortable in goal handling the ball. And you can see Pierce knows that, and they try and use him as much as they can. Herring keeps it in along the touchline on the far side. Play continues on. Fritz, Montez, pressured from behind, spinning away from pressure. Sends it now Escarrega. Outside Sakaja. Trying to cut. Got knocked down. Flag, whistle. Right outside the 18. And so this is a very important spot for Canyons. Sakaja gonna chip this one, it looks like. Off ahead, pops in the air, Sija able to collect. Sija gonna drive it in the air. Back onto the Canyon side of midfield. Alejandro Chavez first contact. Got it over to Carrillo. Pressured from behind. Taken away from him by Mazariegos. Canyon's able to recollect. Good touch that time from Jacob Reyes Silva. Now whistles, there's a Pierce player down on the far side.
Field for Pierce, number 4, Isaac Gonzalez.
Isaac Gonzalez back onto the field after the injury. It'll be a drop ball. Canyon's trying to go on the attack here. Montez fell down. He's trying to clutch onto Cano and just kind of lost his balance. Now Chavez on the near side jumps around one man. Alejandro Chavez will clear it back the other way. Canyons was offside. Now they'll get back on play. Alvarez knocks it down. And then another foul on Pierce. Goes against Mazariegos. So again, Sakaja from the same spot nearly as the last one. This time chips it higher in the air. Canyon's not able to get a contact on it. Fritz will pick it back up. Tried to slip it back to Jacob Reyes Silva, but it's stolen away by L.A. Pierce. And then a hip check from Montez, but he got a takeaway. As he made contact with the ball first before running into his man, but the Cougars couldn't do anything with it. Good tackle by Reyes Silva. Fritz over to Montez. Montez tries to set up a cross. Comes back Sakaja. Touches it off. Areola. Back in the middle, Sakaja. Reyes Silva now. He'll ship towards the back post. Sija out to collect. Had a man running right into him, but is able to come down with it. As Escarrega was in the area and couldn't do much with it. Reyes Silva. Sakaja now. Carrillo. Escarrega. Out off Canyons on the far touchline, so it'll be a Pierce throw-in. Pierce will make some substitutions as well. Nazarian off the field. Robin Franco in.
Three came in. Is it 8? Looks like 3 to me. Maybe 8.
Actually, it's Leo Cardenas, I think, that came in. Top of the 18 off the free kick from Pierce, defended by Canyons. Herring, good touch to himself that time. Up to the middle of the field, skips off the foot of Flores. Played it back towards Garcia. They'll play back to Sija. Alvarez trying to press him. And now some extracurricular, and it's going to be a foul against Canyons initially. Went into the box. For the head of everyone onto the near side. Reyes Silva able to cut it out of play. Chavez going to be signaled for a foul here. And I believe Chavez is going to get a card here, and yes, he will. Or is it Reyes Silva? So Jacob Reyes Silva picks up the yellow, his first. Short set, cleared by Canyons. Alvarez went down. Pierce tries to set up a cross, a header, and it falls in. Good set by Pierce. And they are able to take a 2-0 lead in the 60th minute. It was Dylan Ramos, I believe. Dylan Ramos on the header, his first of the year, and Pierce with a 2-0 lead. And so now Canyons forced into a situation much like the other night where they're going to have to attack as we get later and later in the match here. Herring ships. Alvarez was on, but could not collect the ball. Ramos again. Canyons on a free kick. trying to find something here. Pierce comes back the other direction. Cougars knock it down. And now another foul, this time against Canyons. So the physicality is picked up here in the second half. Seja rips it away from goal. Canyon's able to collect. First and second ball from COC, but a turnover by Herring. Trying to come back and make up for it. And then Herring going to be called for a foul. Now after a ball that was played in, even though it wasn't ready to be played in. The official was discussing with RJ Herring the last play when Pierce tried to bring it in play, and then tensions have risen here in a 2-0 game. Anthony Seja way out of his net right now as we look up. Canyons throws it in quick. Good contact that time by the Pierce defensive line. Canyons able to come back the other way though. Sakaja on the outside. Tried to cross it through the box. It's defended out. It'll be another throw in for Canyons. And the Cougars will make substitutions here. Pierce going to make a substitution as well. Ramos out. Daniel Corcion in for Canyons. Didn't see who came in for, who Corcion came in for. Another throw in for Canyons here. Carrillo going to throw this one into the box. Knocked down, a shot that bounces in on goal, and Seja collects it. Montez slips a man. Plays it onto the near side. Sakaja running onto it. Drives it low. Popped in the air. And taken by Pierce on a clear. Play continues on. That one into the box, and Seja will waste a little bit of time as Franzo Hernandez runs at him. Turnover by Pierce that time. Good touch back towards Areola. Coming back to help for Pierce was Cano. Canyons pressing ahead. Montez in the middle. Touch back. Montez will chip. And Cano just forced to clear it away. Carrillo going to throw it in. And an offside flag on Canyons.
I could have done that.
Card going this time for Canyons after a long discussion. One against Hernandez, I believe. Canyons does have a free kick coming here. Now the official running all the way over to the bench to talk to COC here. And Phil Marsland going to get a yellow as well. Still a long discussion over the Canyons bench with the center official. Now Phil Marsland back up off the bench. Now we'll finally get back to soccer here. This one driven up over the goal. It was a long discussion over at the bench. All came off that contact that drew the foul. Canyons coaching staff was not happy with it. It was actually Ryan Alvarez doing most of the arguing over there on the far side of the field. Or Brian Morales, excuse me. These Canyons still chasing 2. Here's Sakaja. Bumped off the ball by Kano. Kano able to slip it ahead. Chavez. Far side of the field. Cardenas. Then Cardenas going to be called for a foul as he tripped up one of the Cougars. I think he tripped up Julian De La O. Herring will drive it in. Popped up in the air. Alvarez trying to fight for it. Alvarez now tries to cut it across the net, but it misses. And Sija will have a chance to play it away for free here. That's going to be a foul and likely going to be a card for Isaac Gonzalez here. So card in the 74th minute. And Gonzalez going to sub here. Robin Franco comes in for Gonzalez. It's his second red of the, or second yellow of the year. Alejandro Chavez trying to chip it over to Sakaja. Cleaned up by Pierce. Gilberto Chavez with it. Nicholas Flores back into the game for College of the Canyons here. Herring on a throw in. De La O knocks it down. Trying to chase onto it. His pass taken away. Rodriguez back the other direction. Ships it ahead. Ramos on the touchline keeps it in play. No, he does not. Gilberto Chavez called for a foul, and now he's likely going to get a card for kicking the ball away from where the foul was, so another caution. Corcion drives it to the top. Fritz with hard contact. It was on a 50-50 ball. Fritz not going to get a caution here. Sija plays it short. Gilberto Chavez now with it. Sakaja trying to stay right with him. Chavez back to the middle of the field. Picked up by Perez. Perez right at the top of the 18 through 3 Canyons defenders, but Fritz comes out with it, and Fritz will ship. Flores gonna get it off a flick from Alvarez across, and Sija, who has been very good today, coming out to make the play. Every time Canyons has seemed to have a look at something, Sija is there to collect it. So Canyons throw in here as Sija just rolls it out of play. Flores again. Top of the box. De La O has to chase onto it on the far touchline. Herring. Canyons generates their first corner of the match, first corner for either side. In turn, and again, Sija out to collect. First minute here. Canyons trailing by 2. Pierce has controlled possession as best they can and really has kept everything dangerous away, as Canyons really has not generated a good opportunity since that late first half opportunity by Frenzo Hernandez. Everything else has been rather pedestrian. Here's Pierce on another opportunity. Canyons clears away. Cano. Off of Flores, and a throw-in coming for LA Pierce. And again, we'll have substitutions for Pierce here. Robin Franco off the field. Back into the game, Dylan Ramos. Gilberto Chavez tries from about 30 out and misses well wide on the high side, on the far side of the field. But again, Pierce generating another opportunity. Herring tried to chip it. Out off of Pierce, a throw in for Canyons. The urgency from COC is they need 2 right now. Just have not been able to generate anything that's remotely close to a good scoring opportunity. It's another clear from Pierce. We should say a grade A scoring opportunity as opposed to a good scoring opportunity. They've had other opportunities, just have not been able to. Ramos and Carrillo got tied up. Ramos got knocked down. Canyons got a throw in. It's Corcion. Sakaja, middle of the field. Slides it, De La O, left-footed chance. And again, Sija right there for the stop. Carrillo couldn't get cleanly around the second player after him. Trying to come back and help. Here's a chance for Pierce, a shot that's blocked off Garcia. And then a foul on Montes. Chavez, Carrillo battling outside the 18 on the near side. Back towards Cano, chips. At the 8, a shot off the crossbar on a header, and then a clear from Canyons as Jacob Reyes Silva saves what might have been a goal. Chavez knocked down, and a free kick coming. Ball, 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 ball. So foul on Canyons, and this one right at the top of the 18. We'll call it 20 out. So maybe 23 out. Chavez going to take it here. Towards the back post. A shot on and a huge stop by Soria. And then a whistle as the ball was taken out of his hands by Pierce. It was an impressive save by Soria. And then Ramos got knocked down. Carrillo. Free kick opportunity once again for Pierce here. Chavez again going to take this one. Corcion high in the air. Soria collects. Some pushing and shoving at the goal once again. And then a foul called against Pierce this time, as taken down was Sakaja. Herring drives it away. In the 88th minute now, we'll get to the 89th as it ticks ahead. Should be a bit of extra time on this. Lots of clutching and grabbing, lots of pulling. It's been a whistle fest here in the second half. Flores up the near touchline. Cleared out by Pierce. Throw in for Carrillo. And one bounced off De La O. Another whistle for a foul, this time on Herring. And Herring gonna get a caution as well.
What number was that?
17.
Free kick into the box. Cleared out by Canyons. Flores trying to race to it. Cano there first. Chavez went down. Ramos kind of undercut him going into the air. Canyons trying to find an attack here late, trailing by 2. Corner coming for COC. Carrillo coming off. Angel Vera coming in. Now there's some shoving back at the top of the 18. Corcion coming in late, and now everybody kind of gathering. Adam Soria all the way up ahead, and that'll be the final whistle of the match. So Pierce going to take a 2-0 win over College of the Canyons. That'll end it for us here today. We thank you for joining us on the Cougar Sports Network. Have a good night, everybody.